Hi everyone, welcome to Sarah's Book Break. I am going to share some books that are $5 or less today. We have some chapter books that are great for beginning readers. These are what I would say are transition books because they've simplified chapter books and made it really easy to move from picture books to regular chapter books. So this is the transition chapter books. And this is one of our favorite series, Billy and the Mini Monsters. All my kids, my 10-year-olds to my 4-year-old, have loved this series. Whether I'm reading it to them or they're reading it independently, it's a really fun one. And the way it's designed, it's more like comic book style. And I think that's why it's so popular. It's actually sold out and it should be back this month. But it's a really funny series about some monsters that turn up in this boy's dresser drawer and the mischief that they get into. And each of the monsters is a different personality and has different characteristics. Here's all about the monsters and what they like to eat and everything. We also have a very popular series, Billy B. Brown series, and another one that goes along with it is Hey Jack. So they are friends and you'll find them in each other's stories. But as you can see, it's more like a chapter book, but the text is larger and there's not going to be more than 50 words on a page. It's meant for reluctant readers or children with dyslexia that struggle with reading. You can see this is in bold, so sometimes it will highlight vocabulary or emotions. And I love these books because each of them focuses on something that a child deals with, whether it's bullying or a new friend or siblings or being scared or overcoming a fear. And so it shows the problem and how to overcome it and how to respond to that. So they're learning, and it's a great discussion for kids. And they're just the perfect length for your beginning readers that aren't quite ready for those chapter books. And then very similar to the Billy B series, but maybe a little bit more pages or a little bit more text is our Lily the Elf series. There's 4 in this one about a little elf, and she lives with her grandma and father. And she also faces problems. In this one, she can't learn to play the flute, so she doesn't know what to do for her talent show. And so it talks about how she resolves the problem with that. So cute series and great for those beginning readers. Now, if you have some more advanced readers, we have some more chapter books. All of these chapter books are only $4.99 if I didn't mention that. Here's the Secret Mermaid series. Now, my son and daughter really enjoyed this. This is an adventure series about a girl who moves to a new area, and she's given this necklace that takes her undersea, and she becomes a mermaid every night when she goes to sleep. So you're going to definitely a little bit more challenging, recommended for 7-up, depending on where they're at in their reading. It's also a fun one to read aloud, and there are 6 in this series. One that came out in the past year is our Bear Grylls Adventure series. Now these are written by Bear Grylls. If you're familiar with him, he survives in wild terrains, and these are fiction series actually about different kids that go to camps and they struggle with certain aspects in their lives. And each of them ends up being transported to a rough terrain. As you can see, there's not as many pictures in this one. But the fun thing about it is, although it's fiction, and it's very similar to Magic Treehouse where they're going to new places, but they're learning facts about survival. And these individuals learn how to conquer their struggles or deal with the things that are hard for them to do. And so it's fun for my kids to find out fun facts, but they're going on an adventure in the process. So we've really enjoyed this series. Very fun to read. There's 4 in this one. And then for your even more advanced readers, I'd recommend maybe 7th grade for this. The topics are going to be a little bit more serious, but I've enjoyed them as an adult too. So if your kids are into survival or crime, we have several in this series. There's 2 stories about heroes, but each chapter is about a true story of a person's experience. This one obviously is about survival, but you can learn a lot of fun things and how they survived or made it through the experience. So as you can see, there's a lot more text on it. So definitely for more advanced readers, but for $4.99, it's a great, very interesting series that you can get. Let's talk about some of our nonfiction series. One of my favorites for my kids is our pocketbooks. We have several in this series. We have birds, insects, mammals, reptiles, predators, etc. There's more in this. And each page focuses on a different animal. Now, they're all over the world, so it's going to cover a huge variety. It'll tell you where they live, and they will tell you how the size of them, the weight, their lifespan, and if they have any predators. And then it'll also tell a paragraph about the diet and a fun fact. Now, the cool thing about this, there's a key in the front that talks about their conservation status. So whether they are, if there's a concern for if they're going to go extinct or not. So the colors will tell you green is least concern, near threatened, vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered, and the blue is not evaluated. So each page has that telling you where they fall in the conservation status. So my kids have really shared a lot of facts, and they've explained how some of these animals are almost extinct and there's only a few left. And so it's been a great opportunity for us to discuss how we can help and what's causing that. So it's led to other discussions, but they really enjoy them just to learn about the fun facts. And we love our birds one to take on hikes. It's small, portable, easy to carry in a purse, and then we can identify some of the birds. Okay, now we also have, this is one of my favorite series, is our beginners and young beginner series, because they're only $4.99 for this hardback book. And if you have kids that aren't into books, or they're reluctant readers or struggling readers, you may consider getting some of these nonfiction books for only $4.99. Now, this one is recommended for 3 and up, so it's not necessarily meant for kids that read on their own, but it has beautiful illustrations. They're realistic drawings and just a little bit of text. So it is great for reading to your preschoolers and discussing things. There's going to be a lot of words that you just point to the animal and read the name of the animal rather than sentences and paragraphs to read. So you can see there's the crab. This one's a seashore, so it's a fun one to have for if you're going to the beach this summer. But I've learned a lot of things from reading these, and it's a great one to read to those preschoolers, and even my toddler carries them around and enjoys looking at the pictures. So that is our Young Beginners series for $4.99. And then our Beginner series is recommended for 6 and up, and we have over 40 in this series. Again, the hardback cover, there's going to be a table of contents in this one, unlike the others. So these are perfect for those reluctant readers that are beginning to read but struggling, because there's only a small amount of text. It's broken up into chunks, and it's divided with the photos and the pictures and diagrams, so they don't get overwhelmed like they would with a chapter book that's covered, has a full page of text. And these are a great option for kids that don't want to read baby books, because these are things that are fascinating to them, they're interested in, yet it's simplified so they can actually read on their own if necessary. They have fun facts in the bottom. Sometimes pandas eat eggs, fruit, and small animals such as rats too. So they just have a lot in this book, this series. And at the very end, one of my favorite things about them is they'll have a glossary, and then they have the quick links on the other side. So your kids can extend their learning and go online to learn more about that topic. We have some fun activity books. I'm not going to share all of them with you today because we have so many, but these are from Bear Grylls, and it's just a really fun option for your kids this summer. This one is a coloring book, and unlike many coloring books where you just color, it includes the fun facts about that animal too. This one, you can see it has a diagram of the habitat, the diet, tells a fun fact about it. So this is a great option for maybe your kids that aren't into real traditional coloring books, but this would entertain them and they'd be learning while they're coloring. So that's the coloring book. We have more in this series. And then we have Dangerous Animals activity book. This one comes with stickers, and there's just a lot of variety of activities with it. There's mazes, there's word scrambles, there's games you can play, and then lots of activities to do with the stickers. But again, it's going to have the fun facts and information. This is kind of cool. What length can Komodo dragons grow to? 10 feet, 33 feet, 65 feet. How much does the average male saltwater crocodile weigh? So it's like quizzes that they can test their understanding and knowledge and learn. So these are a fun option, and they're only $4.99. So definitely grab some of these this summer so your kids can be learning, having fun, and not getting bored. All right, let me know what books or topics interest your kids, and I will share more. I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.